Ah, amazing song. Big shout out to Jury. Jury is, I'm not sure if he's the voice, but he is the composer of that banger. He did something else recently, actually. It was really good. But we got to find a way to give him royalties for this because I want to use it a lot. Perfectly balanced between true to the brand, but also slightly cringe that you just want to listen to it all the time. Okay. I think we can kick off. Easy. This is a safe space for potentially under 18-year-olds as well. So moderate the language. We do have like 50-year-olds in the house as well. Shout out to Captain Randall. I see you. I'm joking. He's like 40. I'm also kind of old, so. I saw your name first, so I've just picked on you. All right, we got a great turnout today. Appreciate everyone for making the time. Lots of new faces as well. Some faces I recognize. It's good to have you here. So today, this is actually a community first. We're doing a community presentation. Well, a Trader Joe presentation to the community. That's you guys. So we're calling this event the Joe Map, as you see on this lovely slide I've prepared. And the purpose of today is to give you a clear first glimpse as to what we are building and the direction we are going to take the decentralized exchange. So this presentation will feature a high-level product roadmap for the next few months and maybe into early 2025. So it's a high-level product roadmap, but there is a lot that's going to start to happen and roll out over the next few months. And today is really just kind of the beginnings of a big pivotal moment for Trader Joe. We've kind of had, I view this as like in the top 3 of moments for Trader Joe. The first being when we launched within the first couple of months. The second being when we deployed Liquidity Book and went to Arbitrum. And today is that third big moment in the platform's history, and the brand's history, and the community's history as well, of where the next few months are really going to see a lot of new stuff come to the platform. We're going to reposition our platform. There's going to be some big changes, but really exciting changes as well. So let's get into it. So to start, what better way to start a journey than by taking a quick recap on our journey so far. So Trader Joe, as many of you know, launched in the middle of 2021. And there may be some of you here that have been active since then. Some of you may have stuck around, some of you may have left and come back. 3 years is a long time, right? Trader Joe has been building for over 3 years now. It's a long time. In DeFi, we're probably looked at as a sort of a legacy protocol almost. That's how fast the industry moves. But I think over that time, we've been really active, focused, and we've got a 3-year history of just being really consistent, where we've always championed community and we've focused on building new product experiences. And that's been really important to us. Those 2 key important elements of the Trader Joe operation. And I think, to be honest, without patting myself on the back, I do think it is a massive achievement in this industry when, you look at the DEX landscape, how much has changed over the last few years. There's been so many protocols, platforms, even ecosystems that have launched and kind of vanished under their own weight in just the space of 3 years, hundreds, to be honest. And that's just because the truth, the real genuine truth is it is very difficult to remain prominent in a space that rapidly changes. And with Trader Joe, we've always stood by our community. It is a defining principle of our marketing and brand strategy. We are steadfast with this focus. And it works because the proof is that the Trader Joe brand today is still highly relevant, is still highly recognized and sought after in this space. And the trick to this success has always been really simple when you boil it down. It's if you portray the values that you champion, you build trust, prominence, and brand equity. And that is the strongest moat you can build in Web3. It is your brand, which puts us in a great position for our future plans that we have, not just product, but how we view growth opportunities in the coming months. And the key point I really want to make on this slide is that Trader Joe will always be a brand that stands up for what's right. It's always going to act with integrity, as we have done in the last 3 years and more. And it's always going to champion community. So community first, always. And that is a Joe promise, no matter the journey that we end up going on. So a big thank you to everyone that's here. You guys, I would consider the core community. Some of you just visit Discord every day just to simply interact and engage with each other. And that's amazing to see. That's the sign of a true and genuine community. And we're not going to talk about it today, but we're also looking at ways to really elevate the community experience. As many of you know, we've had these sporadic chats here and there, but we're working on that now to kind of really reshape how we can level up the Joe community even more than what it already is at the moment. So to set the tone for the vision of what we have coming, I wanted to kind of revisit the founding origins very briefly of Trader Joe. And you can see this GIF of Joe in the bus with the wheels rolling. This was like one of the first images we shared back in the middle of 2021. I believe it was the first image we actually used for our original roadmap. And if you haven't seen the original thesis that was laid out in June 2021, basically it just shared pure ambition to pretty much create a better experience for users in DeFi compared to what the existing DEXs at that time were offering. The vision back then was just really simple. It was to build an all-encompassing DeFi platform, a one-stop shop for traders and DeFi users, and we championed that really proudly for a long time as well. And that original thesis also gave kind of glimpse into the general motivations of Trader Joe as well, and this connects back to our community. It is to serve all users at the frontiers of DeFi. And so that founding ambition and motivation remains as strong as today, as it were the day we launched the platform over 3 years ago. And I think while it's fair to say we've probably got on a few side quests over these past 3 years, some which you have no idea the side quests we've actually gone on and ended up not delivering on them. We've always internally had a way to kind of pull that back to the roots of Trader Joe's origins. And that's why we do have a prominent exchange and brand today. And this is a Hapdash slide last minute, but I did want to just champion some really big milestones as well of what we've reached over the last 3 years. Joe token is fully emitted. There are no more daily emissions. That's 500 million Joe tokens. Over the 3 years, we've actually facilitated the fourth largest of any spot DEX in DeFi, and that's 120 billion of lifetime trading volume, generating almost 300 million in fees, with 45 million distributed to SJO stakers. And ultimately, we didn't start with like grand white paper designs for a new XYZ or anything. The team, 2 co-founders, just wanted to build a better experience, and they started as a fork, and now we're here. That image is a spork. We've upgraded from a fork to a spork, a multi-utility tool. And we're excited to continue that going. I am going to share the founding Trader Joe thesis after this. It's a really great read. There's a lot of inspiration comes from it still to this day internally. But anyway, enough fluff. Let me get on to something at least new. So it's been a while since we've actually done a roadmap com. So I figured we'd kind of make this one a bit more special and pave it gold. Oh, how do we get out of here? Here we go. It's a golden roadmap, basically. So over 2024, the entirety of this year, we've had a lot of conversations internally about where we think DeFi is going and how we want to position the exchange moving forward. And there are many paths that we could probably take. But, we're kind of set on our path that we're going to take, and we've been busy kind of laying the road on that foundational view that DeFi, while it is getting larger, is also getting smaller at the same time. There are hundreds of new ecosystems and likely thousands more coming with the way DeFi is going. And it's our view that the performant blockchains will naturally rise to the top. And interoperability solutions will continue to improve the user experience to the point where, it's almost invisible bridging to various chains. And the expectation is of these continued kind of improvements is that we'll naturally see a concentration of competition in the next generation blockchains that are general purpose. And naturally, users of all sorts will flock to the very best ecosystems in terms of depth, diversity, and various user-centric benefits such as speed and cost efficiency. And it's these battlegrounds that we want Joe to thrive in. And so we'll be building for these upcoming kind of big plays. We're going to continue taking our concentrated bets on where we think the biggest opportunities lie, as opposed to other kind of popular growth strategies that other DEXs may be going on. And so the goal for Joe over the coming months is to take those steps towards those big opportunities that lay on the horizon. The DEX will undergo significant evolution with the aim of becoming the ultimate one-stop shop decentralized exchange, an on-chain marketplace for the masses. We ultimately want to rival SEXs, and we want to create the perfect DEX environment to welcome people on-chain where they feel comfortable with being, from the moment they wake up to the moment they fall asleep. So the goal is to ultimately build a trading venue for every DeFi degen and trader. And so the first reveal is what we're calling the Joe Stack. It's not your favorite fast food item on a various menu of your choice. The Joe Stack is the name for our DEX, our new DEX product stack. So to build the ultimate decentralized exchange, the existing DEX will be expanded to feature new DEX protocols, and collectively they form the Joe Stack. Which is our view of a winning combination of protocols that will work perfectly together to offer the best trading experience. So you cannot be the ultimate exchange anymore with just one or maybe two protocols. You'll need to kind of stack them together to offer a hybrid experience where different types of protocols, different types of trading protocols can work together to ensure that you as a trader will always get the best rates possible when you want to do your swaps. So I guess a bit of a boring one. First, we do have Liquidity Book, our novel take on concentrated liquidity, introduced back in 2022. It was our first major triumph as builders. It was, the full pipeline from research to then taking design from paper to contract. It's since facilitated somewhere close to about 30 billion in lifetime volume since the end of 2022. We've rolled out a few new versions as well over that time since we've launched. It's been forked by some big names in the space, and it is widely regarded as the most capital efficient, concentrated market making protocol in DeFi. It's a key foundational element, and why I'm talking about it today, I know it's not new, but why I'm talking about it today is that it's still going to remain a foundational piece of our decentralized exchange as we look to level it up. It's still going to remain in the middle, and who knows, we may continue to create new versions of this protocol moving forward, as well as new features, which I know we are building new features on top of it already. That won't be discussed today, but it's still a foundational piece of our DEX, and it will remain that way moving forwards. So on to something new, which people have been asking for since March. I appreciate it's been a long time since it was announced. The token mill is a bonding curve automated market maker that supports token creation and exchange. So I will give you an overview of what this is, but you can expect the light paper or maybe white paper to be shared soon. Token Mill. So with Token Mill, creators can design and launch tokens in just a few clicks, while market participants such as traders can easily trade those tokens along a bonding curve. If you're wondering what is a bonding curve, well, it was mainly popularized by the SocialFi app FriendTech. So a bonding curve is essentially a mechanism that predetermines the buy and sell price of a token based on its current circulating supply. So for traders, that means that Token Mill will offer, significant advantages where you can buy and sell along the curve. You'll get predictable prices on that execution. Additionally, if you are speculating, bonding curves, remove the risk of liquidity rugs. So Token Mill will provide a more secure trading environment for speculators because the bonding curve will always act as an immutable market maker of last resort. Now, for creators, it gets even more exciting because Token Mill is going to redefine the process of token creation. The possibilities with Token Mill are truly limitless. You can essentially create any type of token, any type of curve imaginable. So Token Mill is going to unlock a new dimension, token creation possibilities on chain. There is nothing like this in DeFi today. In addition to the curve creation possibilities that Token Mill offers, bonding curves, as we know, they act as market makers. So there's no need for the initial liquidity if you want to create and launch a token. So it just massively unlocks a new level of accessibility. And that value proposition has been known with, existing kind of pump fund, etc., and those kind of forks. So you can create a token in just a few clicks and launch it without the need of liquidity. But Token Mill is going to level this experience up significantly by allowing you to create any type of curve. Now, in addition to the creation optionality of Token Mill will also include a native locker feature. So this will allow creators to lock and vest tokens over time, ensuring that teams that are creating these tokens can remain aligned to the long-term goals of their project. So if a creator is going to lock tokens, if they're going to scoop some tokens early and lock those tokens and vest it over time, they now have a vested interest in the success of their project that they've launched. So this is a really important feature because creators, if they're not locking tokens for what they create, there's an obvious misalignment of value there over the long run. Now, this is a key element to ensure that Token Mill can be a safe place for speculation. We're seeing lots of rampant, essentially rugs on pump fund and alternatives because there is that misalignment of understanding when you're participating in these types of arenas. Well, Token Mill is going to give creators the possibility to lock tokens for long-term alignment. So it's going to be a safer space to speculate and a more natural place to create your project that you want to create and build. Now, fees on Token Mill. There are no fees when you create and launch a token, so it's 0 fees to create. The fees are captured on buys. So if you're a trader, if you're buying a token, there'll be a fee that's captured. Now, under the hood, there are 2 types of curves, typically very close together. The spread between those curves is essentially the fee that's taken. That fee is taken by the creator, and also a proportion is shared to the protocol. Now, exact usage of these fees is TBD, but that's to give you some insight into how the fee structure will work on Token Mill. And lastly, the other core benefit that really defines Token Mill as a protocol built for DeFi is that every token launched on Token Mill, be it an ERC20 or even a 404, will be instantly composable with the rest of DeFi. So this kind of means that Token Mill is not going to be an isolated experience or an isolated kind of arena of speculation. This is a DeFi protocol. It's going to be built into the rest of DeFi. It's going to be built into the DEX. and any token that comes off of a token mill bonding curve will always have the bonding curve that provides a market maker of last resort, but it can be used in any other type of protocol. So that's a really important feature, because we've built Token Mill with the intention that this is a true DeFi protocol that can truly help create, launch and support DeFi projects. So when, obviously I believe it's currently in audit. If not, it's finished, but the platform is being built, it's being tested. The go-to-market strategy is being ideated on. You can expect to hear more from Token Mill very soon. And what's next? So we have BidBarn. BidBarn, and the name is TBC. This is a central limit order book. Basically, it's a club, or a D-lob, if you want to call it that. A club is going to be able to match buys and sells of orders in real time, ensuring maximum capital efficiency when market making. Our view is that central limit order books will be the next battleground for decentralized exchanges. Now, while we have Liquidity Book and other concentrated liquidity market making protocols that are very popular at the moment, we view clubs to be the kind of the next level up for decentralized exchanges. They are able to support larger trades with less volume. So they are a more efficient way to execute swaps on chain. And for an on-chain DEX to truly rival its centralized counterparts, and I just want to reiterate that, we are building in DeFi to drive adoption of DeFi. It's not a case of PvPing against other DeFi protocols or ecosystems. The long-term goal for Trader Joe as a decentralized exchange is to rival centralized exchanges, right? We want more people on chain than off chain, and a club is going to be critical to an exchange in terms of being able to facilitate large trades with less volume. Whilst Liquidity Book is an amazing protocol, clubs are going to be able to elevate the amount of trading that can be facilitated on chain at minimal cost. And clubs are going to be essential for any on-chain exchange to build in to their platform if you truly want to be able to create a better trading environment on chain than what we have off chain. And our view is that how this is ultimately going to work for Trader Joe is, but wait, there's more. And how we ultimately see this being wound together is that the goal for Trader Joe is to become the trading venue for every DeFi degen. Now, it's not about us building different types of protocols to make that happen. What we are building is a range of trading protocols that will be merged together to offer an amazing on-chain swapping experience. And to do that, we are going to double down on our one-stop shop focus. So first of all, we have an aggregator. As we're building different types of trading protocols, we need to be able to aggregate these different sources of liquidity and tokens together to ensure that traders on our platform can perform swaps in seamless fashion at the lowest cost possible. So our aggregator, which I believe is almost ready, will be able to include multi-pool hopping when swapping on our DEX. So if a token launches on Token Mill, it creates a liquidity pool and Liquidity Book. Maybe it even gets to the size where we want to support it on our club. All of our liquidity sources can be aggregated together, so a user will be able to dip into each of these different sources for the ultimate price when they want to swap a token. So an aggregator is going to be essential for the Joe stack to make that a really great market-leading experience when you want to perform swaps on our platform. Now, our aggregator can also be integrated by other DEXs if they want to tap into, the bonding curves of Token Mill or the deep liquidity of Liquidity Book. Our aggregator will be able to be integrated by other DEXs, and we will also look to aggregate other DEX liquidity as well in the off chance we're not able to offer the best rate. Ultimately, the focus of the aggregator is multi-pool hopping from our native liquidity sources, but we also want to ensure that we can always offer the best price regardless. The focus here is to just deliver the best trading experience possible, and an aggregator is going to be able to make us deliver on that goal. The second part of this one-stop shop focus is we are going to double down on that kind of home away from home experience. We want you to be able to come to our DEX, come to our platform, and just manage, monitor, execute all of your DeFi needs that you could possibly think about doing. At the moment, it seems like a lot of people visit 10 different apps every day. And it's a heavy burden if you're just trying to stay on top of things. So, we want to just focus on delivering a great experience where you don't need to visit 10 different apps per day. If you want to check prices, if you want to check your portfolio, if you want to understand how other ecosystems or other markets are doing, we want you to be able to do that on the Joe platform. So over the next few months, we're going to see, well, you'll see enhancements in features in terms of what we're able to offer. And it's all with the focus of making it as easy as possible for you to stay on top of your DeFi activities. Now, ultimately, the total goal of this, and I've said this a few times, is that the goal of the one-stop shop is that if you're trading with Joe, you're always going to win. That is our absolute focus. That is where we're doubling down on over the next few months, be it with new products or feature enhancements. When you're trading with Joe, you will always win. And there's one more. So Joe's journey. This one is really for the community. And with Trader Joe, many of you will know we've kind of been early pioneers in questing. We've rolled out lots of variety of community initiatives. We're always trying to do something new within the community. And it all comes down to just basically that objective of just creating a welcoming environment that's fun, that's engaging, that's interactive, where people can really say that Trader Joe, the community, is their home away from home. So Joe's journey is therefore set to be our entrance into the world of loyalty programs. The aim is to reward those who interact and stay loyal to Joe. You don't have to do your swaps on Joe, but if you do, we want you to be rewarded. Likewise, you don't always have to turn up to the community every day, but if you do, we also want you to be rewarded in some way. We want to create a more enriching environment that is more supportive and collectively is able to feel more like a Web3 home. Now, I do want to be clear, this isn't going to be a native integration of questing. We're not going to give you tasks every day. It's none of that. We're over the hill with that type of experience. We basically want to provide a way to reward those who are loyal, where you shouldn't have to do anything extra to get those rewards. You should just be rewarded for your loyalty or for your interaction as part of your everyday DeFi life. So this isn't a program where we look to give you work, where we look to take more of your time. We just want you to feel comfortable, welcomed, and rewarded for your loyalty towards Joe. So we're working on this at the moment. We should be able to share stuff soon. I guess it's an announcement of announcement, but this is a big focus for us, and it should be a really exciting experience. So that is a wrap for the product roadmap reveal. As it says on this slide, we're at the start of a new journey for Joe. And at the very beginning of this presentation, I said, I view this as the next pivotal move for Trader Joe. So things are really going to start moving fast over the coming months. In addition to this product roadmap that I've talked through today, we have further announcements coming in September and October. I view these as equal proportion and importance to what we've talked about today. It's nothing to do with the product stack. This is all about growth and leveling up Trader Joe. And what I like to say, we're at the start of this new journey. I think it's I could probably say that over the recent period for Trader Joe so far this year, it may not feel like there's been lots of stuff happening, but many discussions we've been having, many plans we've been laying down internally have been months in the pipeline. So this is the very beginning now, today, of a new start, that is really going to redefine the Trader Joe and DEX experience alike. I guess I just want to say, like, the final message is that ultimately Trader Joe is for traders, and this is how we're going to position the exchange. We're not trying to be the next best Ponzi-nomic incentive hub. We're not trying to play a piece of infra. You know, we're not trying to be on 300 chains. We want to serve real users by facilitating real trades with the best experience possible. And that's what we're going to build. We're going to build that platform that can do that. And we're going to play in the arenas where we think are going to be the next biggest places to be. So lastly, a call to action. Yeah, I think you can expect every week moving forward, there should be good information, good updates, etc. So this community call is actually every Thursday, same time. So if you want to keep updated, do come back to these community calls. This is typically where I share things. Everyone listening in now is a valuable member of the Trader Joe community. Therefore, your call to arms, your call to action today, I'm asking you to help create some noise about what you've listened to, about what you've watched, with a simple post on X, DBank, or your other favorite social arena. I'm going to share some assets with you. Here we go. Here's a G drive. Here are some assets of what you've seen today. It's all brand new art. I haven't posted any of it. Well, most of this stuff anyway. So you're getting fresh delivery of some brand new Trader Joe art. My ask is that you simply share your excitement in whatever way you want to. But the simple request here is, if you're going to make a post with one of the illustrations or pieces of art, tag the Trader Joe account. That would be great to see. I would massively appreciate it. The whole team would. And that's it. So thanks everyone for listening. We got through that relatively quick. There's going to be no questions today. I'm very much leaving it as a mic drop moment. I hope you're excited, because the next few months are going to be huge for Trader Joe. And yeah, thanks once again for being a great community member. I will play this song one more time to see us out, if you missed it.
Never gonna stop your swaps. Never gonna slip your trades. Never gonna close down on the weekends. Never gonna stop your swaps. Never gonna slip your trades. Never gonna close down on the weekends. That's fucking Joe. Zero slippage is all I need, girl. Let's fucking Joe. Your juicy liquidity is all I want. Let's fucking Joe. Zero slippage is all I need, girl. Let's